Hi, beautiful Cancer. Welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Cancer, this is your general reading starting here today with the time frame of mid-April until mid-May of 2021. I'm starting a little bit different today. I'm using this deck to get just an overall energy for you, Cancer, what's going on. And then I'm going to use the other decks to just clarify. If you're looking for a quick fix, I'm probably not your reader. I'm more of just taking my time and just getting into the energies, and so it's more like towards the end where I had like a full view, a full picture of what's going on. So if that's your cup of tea, I'm your person. And then we're going to go into the extended if you're looking for even further information. Let's see, Cancer, overall energy. Peace card. Wow. The peace in the world. Dove, take a leap of faith. I mean, I love these images. They're so gorgeous. There just seems to be a very beautiful time in your life right now. You're at least looking for peace in your world. A lot of rainbow energy there. A lot of which it could be a couple of things there. Just talking about how you are more and more in alignment with yourself, just having the energy centers being balanced within yourself. It can also talk about you just allowing in more, and obviously if you're more and more in balance with yourself, you allowing in more and more stuff that's balanced around you. The more out of alignment you are, the more active vibrations you have that is a little bit out of alignment, more things you sort of attract from the outside, and not to then see them as mistakes or wrongs in the world, but to see them as okay, so this is still going on within me, so I need to just change that up. And when you're more in balance with yourself, it's more balanced people, more balanced situations and opportunities coming your way. And that seems to be the case here. A dove flying around with that rainbow energy, so it brings a lot of peace with it. So if it has been a little bit of a turmoil for you, know that there's like new energy or new balance like coming in, sweeping into your world where it's going to feel easier, more peaceful, more calm, if you will. What's going on for Cancer, please, for this time frame? I'm going to put that back. It's like the whole deck. Half the deck. There you go. Okay, that was it. New beginnings. A new person coming in and alignment with yourself, basically. Beautiful. New beginnings. This is like my 20 there for me is the 2.0 version of yourself. So that it just talks about how you've grown so much. You've done something in the recent past that has allowed for you to ascend, to upgrade, to come into this better, version of yourself, 2.0 version of yourself. And there's something about your whole, like we see this rainbow energy coming in, you're creating this new reality for yourself, this new world for yourself with a lot of peace and a lot of calmness in it. You're starting over, there's a new beginning here. The divine is so in on it, like you couldn't believe. Like you see the proportion between this angel and this little family here. It's like the heavens are with you. Whatever you were going through in the past, I want to say that maybe there was a situation where you feel like you were almost like the hand of God or the finger of God, but this is like the hand of God just came in and just took you out of the situation. It might have ended really ugly, or like when something like that happens, it's usually like an abrupt ending, or it can even be a quite harsh ending. Like when you're in a situation and you just cannot drag it out anymore, and like every fiber of your being is just screaming to get out of that place, whether it's a relationship or a company or whatever it is, it tends to be quite it doesn't necessarily have to be physical violence, but I want to use it like the violent in terms of energy, that it's like it becomes very violent. It's like an abrupt ending. So something that really have you thrown out of the situation quickly, and even how bad the situation looks, that's the hand of God. It's like we have to, the person is just not going to walk willingly. How many things are they going to get or understand or perceive, or nudges or hints like, you should walk away, you should walk away, you should walk away, and then you just don't, and you still don't, and you still think that maybe you can solve this situation, or you can make a better situation out of this. At the end of the day, the hand of God just comes in to say, you know, they want to leave if they just had the tools knowing how to, and they just want to have it a better situation for everybody involved, and you still don't know how to work it out. It's like, when it's almost like the hand of God just comes in, that's the male that comes in to just say, okay, we got to get them out of there. And then if you weren't, okay, I'm going to use really like strong language and being really dramatic now, and this might not actually at all be your situation, but just to understand, it's like if you weren't going willingly, even though your boss spit in your face, you're like, I think I can work with that. I think they're quite friendly behind that spitting. Or if this is like a situation where you just don't you're so far into the drugs that your next dose will be an overdose, and that's like you hit rock bottom, but rock bottom isn't enough for you, or you're just in this constant, like if you're in a relationship and that relationship is so toxic, it might not be that you're getting hit, but it's so toxic, and you're just trying to, for whatever reason, you're just trying to make it work, or you're trying to make it to be better, and you know, the universe just feels the pull, or you just have this wish to get out of there, or to just have it be better, and the person you're with, it's just never going to get better, and so you need to be removed to something where it can be better. So you're being removed out of there. And then for you, if you haven't walked under the circumstance with that much toxicity, or you haven't walked even when your boss spit you in your face, or you haven't even changed your behavior even though you're on rock bottom, something has to, there's a tower moment, something just has to shake you up. And usually that is quite brutal. It's usually, it can be those stories that you were happy that you hear, that you're alive to tell. It's like, it's so crazy that maybe not a lot of people even know about it, but there's something so grandiose that you would consider to be so large that there, finally, that's the drop for you. That's when you sort of, okay, I'm done. Okay, like, okay, I hear, I'm listening. Okay, I'm done. And that's the hand of God. I feel this, and you're now put equally. So take all of that crap, and it's hard and it's tough. It's the dark night of the soul. It's like you coming back from the dead, basically. And Cancer, haven't we talked about this once before? This really, really tough journey. So they want to bring it up again. I think it's Cancer. So they want to bring it up again, but they now really want to focus on, because we have peace on the table. We have balance coming in. We have you creating a very peaceful new reality for yourself. So the 2.0 is the ascension of you. The 2.0 is it's a new version of you. And you could have never been this new version. You could have never reached this level of peace in your life and peace in your reality, in your new reality, in your new rainbow balanced reality, had it not been for that spit in your face. Because you're just that level. There might be other ways to go around this. There might be other ways to sort of grow, and like you could lead a very like now peaceful life, and you don't have to grow through World War III. You don't have to find out who you are because you are underneath rock bottom. That's not the way you have to learn and grow anymore. But for some reason, whatever reason, that's what you did up until this point. You learned, you gotten your evolution through a volcano outburst, basically. And now take all of that harsh energy, take everything around that. Just feel the feeling of, not too much because I want to activate it too much of it, but just feel the feeling of what you came from and sort of clump it up, like sum it up to like, oh, this ball of just, you know, and then just feel the feeling of what you have attracted that is equally light on the other end of that. That's the piece you're now stepping into. So why? We don't care. You did it. The hand of God is there. You're out of it. And equal proportion. So equally, so if you compare it with the rubber band analogy, I just love the rubber band analogy, and I know I've used it many times before, but it's so good. It's like, oh, maybe there was a reason I had this on here around my. So we have this around your fingers, and if you don't do too much on either side, it's just gonna stay put, right? But the further, where do we see this the best? The further back that you pull this rubber band, the farther back, the deeper down from underneath your darkest of dark. When you finally let go, when the hand of God is there and taking you out of this situation, and you're moving your ship towards the opposition of that, the farther down you've been, when you let go, that was a fail. That should have shot right up there. There you go. Through the roof. When you let go, equally the proportion that you've been down in the dirt, you're going to be up in the light. And that's where we're at. We're in the rainbow now. We're in balanced rainbow. So it's not for nothing. It's actually for everything. You don't have to go about it that hard way anymore. You can choose easier paths for sure. But that's what you did, and it's okay. And now we're in this new situation, and you're choosing new for yourself. We're even choosing, so for some of you guys, if this was a relationship, if this hardship was a relationship, because this is starting a new life, this new beginning, it says starting a new life, finding your purpose, forgiving and compassionate review of the past. I know that's asking a lot for some of you. If you're not too far out of it, it's asking a lot for you to already be forgiving of the past, but the sooner you can get there, the better. And if this was even a relationship that you dealt with, if it wasn't like a company or like a business or it can even be health. It can even be health. You're pretty brave, because I'm already seeing a new relationship coming in. That's going to be so to your liking. That's going to be so on the opposite end. It's going to be as bad as it got with the relationship that you were in. It's going to be, I don't know what the translation for that word is from Swedish. Ljuvlig, I would say in Swedish. I actually used that very word with the session I had with a person the other day. Ljuvlig. It's like gorgeous. It's heaven. It's if I sort of say the American, like the English, like ljuvlig, I would say juvenile, but it's a completely different meaning. So that's not it at all. It's gorgeous and it's heaven. It's the complete opposite of the crap that you've been through. And here it says, congratulations. Oh, I didn't read out. Sorry. Knight of Raphael. Committed relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that makes your heart flutter. So you're really brave, Cancer. You're really brave. And this 6 of Gabriel says, congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project. awards, scholarships, or promotions. So it's almost like you graduated from this situation, from this time in your life. You should have a freaking medal. You shouldn't have a medal. You should have an Oscar. Like if we were to consider like what's the biggest statue you could have for this situation, you should have a freaking Oscar, because it's like, yeah, let's not get in there. Here's your Oscar, Cancer, and congratulations, you did it. You got out of it, and I see this blue door. The blue there in the picture is actually a door, and you're really looking towards it, like you're drawn to that blue door. So for me, that just talks about, combined with the number 6 there in numerology, number 6 there speaks about the connection with your inner being, the connection with your higher power, with your higher self, God, universe, call it what you will, combined with a blue door, which is like opening your throat energy center to just your authenticity, your realness, your truth in the world, who you are in the world. So this has really, I know it sounds grand, but it's like it's broken you open. It has broken you open to the most truth of yourself. And that's basically what you want at the end of the day. If you're any type of seeker in your life, if you want answers, why are we here? Who are you? What's your purpose? The universe, what is that about? Like if you have any type of seeker wanting answers in your life, and you probably do if you're drawn to my channel, you don't want to stop at surface level. You want to know fully who you are, and this has broken you open to begin this journey to understand who you fully are. So you're brave. You're really brave. Okay, just some clarification. Whatever you want to clarify is fine. What do we want to clarify in this? For Cancer. Oh my God, what a journey. But we want to focus less and less on where you came from, and more what that has yielded for you, what that has created for you, what opportunities now are here because you have been through that journey. And eventually when you're ready, thanks to that journey. Actually, the star flipped. Wish fulfillment, joy, happiness, freedom. Is there anything we want to clarify around this? Still need a new deck. I just love this deck, and I've used it for so long. It served me well for sure. Okay, I can stop. Triumph and intuition, yeah. Cancer, after this situation, I know at the very early stages, I mean, I can relate. I can so relate to your situation. Early in this situation, you might have a little bit of a guard up. You might feel like you're a little bit like you're checking twice if you're signing any documents, if you're going on dates with people, if you're whatever situation you're going through here that is sort of reminding you of the past that you just came out of. If it's if it smells anything like it, you're gonna be on such alert. First and foremost, you just need to hear you're never ever gonna put yourself into this situation again. Why? Because you learned what you needed to learn. You've received, you've matured. We have the upgrade. You're the 2.0 version of yourself. You don't need another like this situation ever again, because you've woken up. You did the ascension process, and you're in the clear. So just know for a fact you're never going to put yourself through this or anything similar ever again. The reason is because you learned. Lesson learned. We've upgraded. You've broken open. You've reached the level that you wanted to reach by going through this, and so that's done. Another thing is that at the very beginning, you will never experience it, because you will be so guarded, and you will see red flags everywhere. And that's not really doing you any good, because the more red flags you see, the more red flags you attract. And so we want to get out of that. But eventually, like, we have triumph coming out of this situation. I always see this drömmarnas horisont. The horizon of the dreams. The dreams of horizons. No. I actually don't know what that's called in English, because this was a while back that I saw this. This Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman movie, and they're claiming their land. They're having this flag, and they're riding to just put the flag down and claim their land. Like, this is my land. This is where we're gonna live. I claim this space. I see very much of that. So I see the journey. And I see, like, you're claiming your space. You're claiming yourself now. Like, you've won so much. And the intuition, like the card there with the intuition, I just feel like you have become this master powerhouse. You know how harsh it sounds if you grew up with a parent that maybe was an alcoholic, or a mother that was having mental, issues. However harsh that is, and however horrible that is, you learned the hard way how to pay attention, how to really, really listen in, to use your intuition, to when to sort of play it down a little bit, because we sense that stuff is not good in the house. Like, even though you learned it a really hard way, it has activated your intuition. It comes from such a harsh place. So can we just have that from another perspective? It can be an easier way to just say, okay, that's also sort of like learning the hard way, but it doesn't have to be like the consequences or the repercussion, is that what it's called, is not so horrible. But it's like, okay, so you have this intuition here, and your intuition is telling you you're going outside, and you're walking past an umbrella, and the umbrella sort of yells at you, and you're like, don't yell at me. I'm walking here. And you get a nudge to take the umbrella, and you look outside. It's like, it's so sunny. It's such a beautiful weather. And so you sort of, you hear the signal, you hear the intuition, but you ignore it. You don't pay attention to it. So you walk outside, and lo and behold, a few hours in, here comes the rain. And you're like, I heard it. The umbrella even yelled at me, and I yelled back, and I didn't take it. It's not the end of the day. It's just a little bit of rain. But you understand what I mean. Like, there's probably enough situations for you where you got to practice your intuition enough that it has heightened and heightened and heightened and heightened. This situation, whatever you came out of, if this is bullying at your work, if this is a toxic relationship, if this is whatever this is, let's not get into that vibe. You've learned, even though it's a hard way, to activate your intuition. Now, it couldn't serve you better if we tried. The intuition is everything. Intuition is your language, is the voice from your inner being. Your intuition is your higher self saying yes or no, saying here or there, saying left or right. And the more you listen and follow the guidance that comes, you're home free. It's all we have. It's peace when it's at its best. You're listening into your intuition, and you're following the guidance. This has brought you to a powerhouse of a person. Triumph and intuition. It's like you're a success, and you're claiming your space. You're awesome, Cancer. Right. Is there anything else? Yes, there is. Oh, wow. You're out of the woodworks. Like, you're out of the woods. You're out of the woods. You're this hardship, this cold, stale situation that you were in for quite some time, you're out of it. We have 5 of Ariel here, so that's a change in love. That's a change in perspective. You're going to manifest new life, new love, a new reality for yourself. Combined with the Justice card, good karma returns. Whatever was so unfair and so, maybe you were just mistreated so badly, but just know that justice is prevailing. Always, always, always. This is good karma returns. Whatever you send out is going to come back. Whatever you send out is going to come back. Meaning, if you're in a really, really tough situation, you're asking for brightness, lightness, love, understanding, all of that. And once you just are out of the old situation, you move more and more move into this loving, peaceful, doving place. You're going to start to pick up this energy of feeling like the universe is now on your side, feeling like the angels are supporting you, people are supporting you, friends show up all of a sudden, maybe even soul tribe, new people coming into your life where you maybe are a little bit hesitant in the beginning, but then you realize, oh my God, this is such a beautiful person. This is such a beautiful opportunity. This is such a beautiful experience. You know, justice is being brought back to your life. And we have endless possibilities here now for you with the infinity sign. So you're on your way to something really, really beautiful. Can we just clarify that? Whatever they're stepping into. Okay. Okay, obviously, I'm a little bit hesitant to say what I'm receiving, but I'm receiving it, so I'm going to trust it. So maybe this is for just one person, and I'm going to start by defending myself because I don't want to tell anything, and then you followed it, and then it went wrong, and then I will feel bad. So obviously, always, no matter whether it's this message or anybody else's like coming through, follow your own guidance. That's what I'm saying all the time. This is you listening into your inner being. This is you being in alignment with your higher power. This is your intuition. Your intuition is through the roof. So listen to it. But I want to say, if there's a situation where things has gone really south, so you actually ended up in the justice system, and you've had to go to court for whatever reason this is for you. Like I said, maybe just 1 or 2 people this is for. You had to go to court, and there's something that you're trying to settle. There's something that you're for it or against it, and they're for it or against it. Know that having this in court, it says this: rulings make in your favor. Don't give up. So whoever that resonates with, take that to heart and know that whatever you're fighting for right now, it's going to turn out in your favor. If there's something you're thinking about processing or thinking about taking to the court and you don't know like really if you should do it or not, because you don't know if it's going to be a dragged out situation, and then at the end of it you're just going to lose anyway, from the energy here and from the looks of it, you're winning. I'm the first person then to just say, the more you can give fights a rest, because the rubber band analogy has already worked. So when you just let go of all of that bull crap, you're just going to fly right into your heaven anyway. And karma, how much karma is being returned to you in good, because it has been, do you see the uneven scale there? Do you see exactly how out of balance this has been? That's going to even out now. You're coming into balance with the rainbow there. So however good karma is being returned to you, know that if there's anybody else that you feel like you're a little bit in revenge mode of, let the karma take care of them. Whatever bad they've sent out, that's going to hit them back. Whatever good you sent out, that's going to hit you back. You don't have to interfere, because actually the more you interfere with it, the more of the good karma that returns to you, you're just holding it off. It's not that you can block it out altogether, it just takes longer for you to start to receive it. But that's just my personal opinion. That's not what I'm receiving. This is my personal opinion, okay? Okay. So for some of you guys who feel like this is the never-ending story, you're just going to never get out of this, but you are. We have 3 plus 7 there equals a 10. So we have a completion here. The heart, you feel like your heart has dropped, your heart sunk into this situation, in this situation where you feel like you almost don't recognize yourself anymore. It's not true. It's not true. You're coming back. You're coming into this. And we're all you're gonna do so great. I'm gonna move into the extended and see what else we can find there for you, and maybe perhaps a little bit more positive, like where do we go now? So if you feel like you resonate with this reading, this message, you're so welcome to the extended reading. That's in the link in the description box down below. If not, thank you so much for watching, Cancer. You're on such a good path. It's gonna work out so well for you. Okay? Trust that. Trust your intuition, because it's through the roof. Bye, guys.